Alright everybody, welcome back to CC1 in the black and white tile set. I hope you all are having a wonderful day or evening, wherever the sun is at for you at this moment in time. For me, it is a nice Saturday early afternoon. I actually tried to record this last night, but the vibe just wasn't there, so I didn't really get that far or nothing. I think I only played a little bit of this level and just said, nah, I'm good. Not that Apartment's a bad level, I promise you that. It's just the vibes were not there. And that's kind of how my recording schedule comes together. Is I have to feel the energy, you know. I can't force myself to do something if I don't have that, you know, that mood or mindset. Because those they don't generally make interesting videos or engaging videos, and I mean, not that my videos are engaging in the first place. I had a massive itch on my nose for some reason. But I try to record when I feel the mood is there, and today I feel the mood. I'm willing to try it again. Hopefully, it actually sticks this time. But Apartment, this is a really fun level, man. I mean, it's pretty basic, but I love the design of it. I mean, I don't really give this level enough credit. It's a really fun pop-up wall level. And I love the bugs I almost got killed by, but thankfully they spared me. It's a pretty fun level to play, I gotta say. Love the design. Love the wall pattern too. I use this wall pattern for condo management, I think that's the name of it. Got into CCL before, which is also level 101, and because of that I did not use it for walls of CC1. I made that pretty clear during the project. I wasn't going to reuse templates that I had used previously, for the most part. Apartment was one of them. City Block was another. Amsterdam, I think I talked about, was another one of those levels. And instead, JB made Kaleidoscope out of Apartment, which is an absolutely beautiful, fun level to play. I think it's safe to say that's my favorite composition of his in all of Walls of CC1. It's an awesome level. I had so much fun solving it when he first shared it, and it's perfectly reasonable. If you haven't played Kaleidoscope or Walls of CC1 for that matter, definitely go play it. As of this recording, there is supposed to be a big set update to it, fixing a couple of levels to make them more fun to play, or just change things up a bit, just based off how Bowman's Let's Play went. Admittedly, a lot of the changes are my levels, but
bummer.
Cool. Alright, we are on Ice House, and already starting off strong with our 40th death of the series.
Bummer.
Or 41th death of the series. 41th. It's 41st. 41th is not the right terminology for that. But it feels like it should be, doesn't it? Okay, that should be better. I distinctly remember the timing on this level in MS. You get the glider on the left edge, like touching the edge of the screen. And that's usually a good way to catch it. Okay, let's go around this way, because that teeth cloner is kind of obnoxious. I did not need to unlock that, but I don't think it matters. Nope, does not matter. Alright, Ice House is done. Don't care for this level. I really don't. It's really weird, and maybe that's just the... I mean, that's just how it's supposed to be, but it just feels really strange. A lot of things just don't feel right. I did use this wall pattern for walls of CC1. I made Confetti Catastrophe, and I'm honestly kind of considering, and maybe this will probably just be for the CC LP6 submission version of this level, or the level, but I might just remove all the walls and replace them all with sockets or something like that. I'm not sure. I haven't really thought too much about it, to be completely honest. Now we are on Memory, which is another excellent level. This is definitely going to put my knowledge of how the buttons are in this tile set, because there haven't really been a lot of button focused levels in CC1. And I don't know, I feel like CC1 could have probably used a little bit more of that. Okay, we gotta go this way. Okay, there's a chip by the start that I need to collect. That one. How do I get that? Probably like this, maybe? Yeah, so I'm looking forward to this this set of 25 levels, or string of 25 levels. There's really nothing difficult coming up. I mean, I think Overseas Delivery is probably the only one, but this decade has some pretty enjoyable levels. I think Kablam is probably the only one I would say isn't, but it is decently short. In the next decade, 111 to 120, obviously Overseas Deliveries there. Blockbuster 2 is there, which has always been regarded as the easier blockbuster. So there shouldn't be too much problems there. Okay, I need to go down here. Push that button. Okay. Let's just push this. Yeah, the way this level is arranged and laid out is pretty cool, I have to say. This is probably one of the most elegantly designed levels in the whole set. The wall pattern for this was also really tricky to work with, but we used this for the final level of Walls of CC1, Time to Make History, which is this huge collab level that JB and I built together, which we really wanted VT to join in on it, but time just was not on his side, unfortunately. And look at that, we're going to end right by the exit. And I've always found it really interesting how you can't break the level, even though it looks like you could. There's no way to do it. I've always admired that about Memory. I always try to think, oh, I can sneak past that tank because of all the other busts you were able to do in this set, like Scoundrel and Hidden Danger and I don't know, a handful of others. But this one you actually can't break. That's what makes it pretty beautifully designed, I think. Alright, Jailer. Actually gotta be careful because I am actually playing an MSCC, so I can trigger that silly glitch that happens. Sorry, one of my nostrils is plugged up for some reason. I don't know why that happens. Alright, Jailer is a pretty basic level. It's basically the same thing 4 times. Good meme. Very good meme. I think the part I don't like about it is how there's 2 chips at the end of the middle corridor. Or all the middle corridors, except the bottom. The bottom has the exits. And kind of cool how you can't... the walker just stays in that room. Okay, I guess I could have went. And obviously there's going to be ball collision central in the plaza there. Alright, we're just going to play it safe. Try to keep that death count low. I mean, it's at 41 already, so, I mean, can't get much lower than that. Oh, I can exit right there. Okay, cool. Alright, Jailer is done. Pretty easy level, not too hard. Short Circuit. Someone commented, I think it was Martin, commented that this level is probably going to be trouble, but it's not really. I am pretty familiar with the pathing of this level. Even with not playing CC1 in quite some time, the pathing is pretty consistent. I might have to stop and think for a split second at some turn-offs, but other than that... But this is a classic level. In every way, shape, and form. This is one of the classic levels of CC. VT used this layout for a blob cloning level of all things. Okay, this part I actually don't remember which way to go. I think it's... Take that back. I think it's left. I think it's right. I think you have to go right. And then you go down here. And you go up and around. What VT made, I have to admit, I'm not a big fan of either. I think Short Circuit probably deserved a little bit better. Okay, I know you just avoid that pathing right there. And then you're free to exit. And you can go through all these sockets. I think if I had Short Circuit as a wall template, and maybe I'll just make it just because I can. I think what would be cool as a walls of level for Short Circuit is to build a level around the finished look of short circuit. So all these sockets would be cleared out. All the remaining pop-up walls would still be there. That's personally what I would have done if I had short circuit. But I'm just now thinking about this now, so at the time I had no ideas. But there we go, short circuit's done. Very fun level to play. Kablam. Okay, we're gonna be sitting for a bit. I have a rock star for today's recording. I know they're unhealthy and everything, but I only have them like every couple of weeks. Alright, so we're just gonna be chilling for a bit. So what are some other things we can talk about? It's currently January 31st as I'm recording. I'm hoping I can get CC1 done by the beginning of next week, the start of February, and then we will start going through CCLP1 in black and white, which shouldn't last any longer than this one does, and then we can start CCLP2. I'm hoping we can do CCLP2 around the time its anniversary is here, but we might be a couple days off just because, you know, my schedule is just kind of weird. Okay, I actually don't remember the pathing, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to scout out for a second here. Right there. And my cat is going nuts now. I feel like every time I come in this little corner to record a video, she always does these actions that imply she wants to come out of the room. I don't know why she's like that. It's only when I record though. If I'm just at my other computer just messing around, doing, you know, my other hobbies and stuff, she's not like that. She actually sleeps like a baby on the bed. But I'm in here recording and she's got to act up. I'm going to die.
Bummer.
Yeah. I guess I can take advantage of that to let the cat out. Let the cat out. Alright, I think the way is cleared now. So now we can resume our quest to get to the exit. I feel like I did something pretty cool with Kablam. I retained all the bombs and just made a level out of these little 3 tile wide sections. Really tricky, I have to say. I think what I made felt very JB like. I feel like he would have done something very similar. Man, that is no more bombs. And that's Kablam. I think that's a really boring level. I just sat here half the time. Died stupidly, but I had a fair enough distraction from it. Alright, balls of fire. Almost died there. I'm not sure if we actually need this block. I know there's another one on the left-hand side. Okay, I think... Yeah, I remember you had to open up a certain door to guide the block correctly. Alright, balls of fire done. Easy stuff. Block out is next. You see, this lineup of levels is just fun to play. I mean, Kablam is boring, but it's easy. And I don't care about when it comes to being boring. If it's easy, I can get past the boredom pretty quickly.
Bummer.
Oop. Panicked. That was a panic death if I've ever seen one. What did I do with block out? I had block out as a template in Walls of CC1. I don't remember what I made out of it. It was like some blob level, wasn't it? It was oh, your horoscope of today. That's what I made out of it. A non-linear blob themed level. This classic concept of blocking a ball to get a collectible in its path. This concept is probably the true staple throughout Chip's Challenge. This one doesn't matter because you can just go down right here. Nothing terrible, nothing terrible. I'm embarrassed that of the deaths I've accumulated so far, but at least half of them so far was on a level that had blind timing, so I guess that's reasonable. Alright. Torture Chamber. Another template I had. One of the first ones I actually used, actually. Cool, didn't get screwed by slide delay. This part's always cumbersome to me. But it's not that bad. You just have to know the paths don't really intertwine as the way you think they do. Alright, Chiller is next. I hardly knew her. I know you have to waste a block. So something I always did as a kid was I would take all the blocks and just line them up where they need to go on the ice slides. And then I'd push them all at once. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And in the process of doing so, I got the balls to be basically next to each other, so not no more though. I'm gonna set that one up. But yeah, another instance where you have to push a block in the corner to extract them all. Alright, let's do this bottom section before we do anything else.
Bummer.
I forgot the balls collided there. I forgot they did that. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. Well, knowing that, there was nothing stopping me from just coming down here right away. So let's just do that now. That's a really dumb collision. Alright, now we can do the block thing. I guess I should have done this first, huh? Oh well. Don't risk it. So after this level, we will get a decade message. That's a word I'm coming to realize I'm having a hard time saying now. I can't say message that well. Don't know why. Alright, let's just push them all at once. There we go. So now we just go through these paths one at a time. And then we will be done. I know one of these ice slides has a path to the border, which going right would cause me to die. I always found it silly they actually put a bomb on the border right there. They could have just kept that a wall. Okay, good. I got lucky with the timing. But I did make a comment earlier in the Let's Play. I think it was last video or something, or the one before. How at CC1 you can't touch the border, and obviously yes you can in this one, but you have to pull off some pretty specific timing shenanigans to make it happen, and there's no benefit to it. It just cooks the level. If you want the benefit, go play Netflix and Chiller, because that is actually a requirement to blow up that bomb. Shameless reject set plug. Don't mind me. Alright. Chiller is done. Chip can't wait to join the Bitbusters. The club's already figured out the school's password and accessed everyone's grades. Alright, time lapse. A very, very strange level. I think that's the only time we'll ever see that bug cloner. And this is basically it. I've never understood what the intent behind this level was. Maybe it was just to be a really funky mechanism and just wasn't designed properly. And you don't even need these fire boots, by the way. I just like collecting them because they're in the level. I actually think the fire boots are kind of fun, placed in a really funny spot, because it's like, oh, you get the fire boots, you have to get past the fire, and once you collect the fire boots, oh, you don't even need them because you already passed the fire. But yeah, this level is just whatever. Fortune favors the. Can I push the block, please? Thank you. Another easy level. Alright, I am not complaining. I will take the easy levels. Alright, open question. The eighth block is open. I haven't actually read the hint yet, but we all know it. The eighth block is open. This was another level where I thought the exit would be approachable a lot earlier than it actually is. Alright, just gotta do some ball dodging. This template is one that VT had as well, and what I think what he made out of it is probably the hardest level in the whole set, which is funny because it's placed at 135. Alright, get them lined up like that, and don't even have to go through the ball dodging there. And easy peasy. Another easy level down. We are just blazing through this set of 25 levels today. Alright, deception. Oh, I thought I saw like a beam of light come through my room. That's weird. Okay. That tooth monster is blocking my path, but I think I can come back through here and get him on the ice slide? No. Yeah, I can't get him on the ice slide. There's fire on all the left edges. I can outrun him like that. But I think I blocked my path out of here, didn't I? Yeah, I can't get back in, so I didn't do the pop-up wall part correctly. Hey, Teeth. I thought I outsmarted you, but apparently I didn't, so
Bummer.
enjoy your lunch, buddy. Alright, 45 on the counter. Guess I could have went through this way, huh? My bad. Alright, easy peasy. I didn't die on that level, I promise. Alright, oversea delivery. Alright, this is where we have our quick streak kind of simmers down a bit. Push the blocks to the correct island to reach the exit. And of course the correct island is the very last one. Alright. So I think these first few are okay. Probably want to do some scouting though. Okay. Basically, the level tells you don't follow the block. This is just going to be a pretty tedious process, so. Do I want to push this up? I don't think I want to push this up. I don't know, maybe I do. Yeah, I guess it didn't matter too much. That's the only way you can push it there. And this way, I guess I could have followed it there. Alright, so this level's really not that bad. I thought this was like one of the hardest levels as a kid. But it's not that bad. It's just more tedious than anything. But it is just 4 blocks, which I am, you know, a little grateful for. They could have made it 20. But they knew they knew their limits, I guess. Alright, follow that one through, because you gotta fill that water in anyway. So I used overseas delivery in walls of CC1, and all I did was I made all the water ice and all these little islands a little blue wall maze with chips throughout everything, basically. Very simple conversion, really. And unfortunately, I don't know how long the recording is. I think it's safe to say we're at like 40 minutes. Because I had to stop the last segment to let my cat out. And get back to where I was in Kablam. Alright, one more block. So I hope the weather... I know there's some weather shenanigans going on around, at least in the US. There's like some severe winter storms and stuff over on the East Coast. If you're around that area, I hope you all are doing okay and are safe from things. We're not really being on the West Coast. We don't really get a lot of winter storms the way the East Coast does or the Northeast does. The worst we've had where I'm at is just really intense fog. It has been foggy here for like 2 months almost. Not straight, but you know, fog is nothing compared to a harsh winter storm. So hope you all are doing safe if you are enduring any of that. I hope you all are doing okay. All right, Blockbuster 2. Blockbuster is a much nicer older brother. We can just do that. Oof and oof. Okay. Okay, good. I did not screw that block. I thought I did for a second. Let's just fill that up. And why not? Let's do the bottom one too. Might as well. There, no slide delay whatsoever. Alright, now this top section. These first few chips are pretty easy to get. I think you can slide over here, yeah. So the safe way to do this is just by going around like so. That's kind of what makes Blockbuster 2 much easier than the first one. Because there's a way to just completely avoid what whatever the designer of this intended on you doing. It's a little slower, but when it's safer, the slowness does not matter. Okay. Also, I like how there's a pathway up there that leads to absolutely nothing. Like right there. I guess that's like a little vintage point of what you're trying to do, which is kind of cool. The other thing is, in the walls of CC1, JB got the privilege to make levels out of both the Blockbuster levels, which, admittedly, I kind of wish I had one of them. I think I probably would have liked this one to use, but I wasn't gonna throw a fit or nothing about it. I think what he made out of both the Blockbuster levels are pretty cool levels, especially Key Grip, which is what he used for this one specifically. All right, the Marsh. Pretty boring. Well, not boring. I have to apologize. I feel like the vibe of this video is way different compared to the last ones, and I don't know if it's just me or whatever. I don't know if anyone even really cares, but I do feel the need to acknowledge that. I personally feel there's a difference. But I'm having a good time, and that's really all that matters at the end of the day. I'm getting it done, trucking along. Okay, so we just need 2 more blocks, which is much available to me. So we just need to set this one up like so. I actually didn't plan on making this easy, but it just is. Just follow it and exit. Cool. Marsh is done. Misdirection. Okay, I actually don't remember how to solve this level. I do remember how to die, though, in stupid ways. Gotta love those bouncing balls that just hit you in the face. Okay, so I guess we just get that.
Bummer.
No, that is not how you solve it. Okay, I genuinely don't remember how to solve misdirection. This level is really weird. Do we go up through this? Maybe. Does that door want to stay open or closed? Okay, I think you're coming, yeah. Yeah, Walls of CC1, I didn't use this top section that much. Okay, I can't even go through there. I guess I can go through here. And get stuck. Okay. Yeah, I didn't really use this section that much up top. I just use it for like a bug path. Alright, is the thing I have to do... Do I just have to get the key and go back? I think that's what you do, now that I think about it. Okay, I can't go through that door. This is just gonna kill me.
Bummer.
What do we do here, man? I don't remember what we do here. I am genuinely stumped on this one. I don't remember how to solve it. I really don't. Oh, you get this key first, and then you go do the thing. Okay, I'm just dumb. I am just dumb. Okay, now I can get that. And then I get the flippers. Stop closing the door on me, buddy. Thank you. Alright, a little bit of a hang up on this one, but I thankfully remembered how to do it. Alright. Alright, slide step. Been looking forward to playing this one again. These fire boots I know are not necessary, but they do make things easier. As always. If it's one thing we learned from Paranoia... Okay, unfortunately, we do have to worry about a ball sliding everywhere, which I'm going to...
Bummer.
I am going to. I am going to collide with it, yep. It is exactly how it went down. Well, folks, that is death number 50 in the books. I couldn't ask for a better 50th death. Gotta be honest with you. I hope you all understand just how unlucky you have to be to actually hit that ball.
Bummer.
And it happened again. Are you kidding me? It happened twice? If I had a nickel for every time that happened, man. I can't believe that just happened 2 times. That's insane. Well, that's going to be the thumbnail of the video. That's for sure. Which, by the way, I haven't really commented or said much about the thumbnails, but I hope you guys like them. I really do. It's definitely something new I'm going for, and probably not needed, or kind of comes across like a, you know, a big YouTuber moment, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, I'm not taking chances, man. That ball got me twice. I am not even going to deal with it. Okay, I wanted to backwards boost. Oh, come on, man. Okay, can I just not backwards boost in MS anymore? What's going on? There. Got that one. I guess you can use the toggle wall to, like, keep it from doing that. Look at that. I shortened the length and I actually got the timing right. Alright, now we just gotta collect these chips by the bugs and paramecia. Wow, I can't believe I died twice to that ball. That's insane. But we are out of there. Slide step completed. Alphabet soup. Okay, this is the one I actually thought would cause the most problems, believe it or not. Because you gotta deal with certain things in this level that you can't easily foresee. Okay, so I don't want you in there. Can you please get out?
Bummer.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. That teeth monster is really rude. That's a really rude tooth monster placement.
Bummer.
Okay. Really? Really? You didn't take my input. I was holding down. You know, I am really sorry, guys. This video has been... I expected a way much more better of a time. Because these levels are fun. I'm having a fun time playing them, but I'm just dying in the most dumbest ways imaginable. Okay, I think you want to open that. Okay, there is a key under that block. Fire boots under that one. Don't think you need to hold it down. Oh, look at that.
Bummer.
Look at that. Look at that, man. Look at that. You get these monsters that just roam in the teleport sequence and you just don't know it half the time. I think that's my biggest issue with this level. I think it's cool in concept. That glider does not need to be in this level at all. Alright, yeah, just send him in the teleport. That makes it better. Okay, I think sending the teeth in the teleport from the left there, I think sent him right into that trap. No, the glider went there. Okay. Well, you can just stay there. I have no intentions on ever releasing you.
Bummer.
Oh my god. Why were you there, man? Why were you... Okay, that's another contender for a thumbnail. How'd the teeth get in there? I couldn't even react to that. Oh my lord. I wish there was a way I can just get the glider trapped somewhere. Yeah, that doesn't make any difference. It's still going to backtrack, and now the block is stuck. So yeah, I can't come through this teleport anymore. I could push the block up, but that's not what you are supposed to do. Alright, now the teeth is going to get stuck in that trap. 100%. Yeah, get stuck, buddy. You caused nothing but problems for me. Okay, so I do actually have to go through that glider teleport again. But you were on that side, so I can get that chip easily. So I have to time this right without even knowing where it's at. Okay. Hate that. Okay, I know one of these has a bomb under it. Okay, don't go left. Okay, we have all the chips, which is excellent. Okay, we can open this. We do get flippers. I think this is the end of the level. I think. It is. Alright, cool. Yeah, alphabet soup. You're a mixed bag of letters. Like, what can I say? If Chip's grades aren't as good as Melinda's, maybe she'll come over to his house and help him study. Alright, perfect match. Now, I need to be honest with you guys about something. This level is really difficult in MSCC for me because the timing, because of the slight delay this program has in a modern computer, it doesn't always work. I tested it out off camera just to see how reasonable it is. It's really not that reasonable, so I might accumulate a couple of extra deaths on this just because the block right there. This 2-tile ice slide with the block right there is really difficult to survive in this MSCC just because it's an old program and stuff. So, but I looked at the wiki page for this level, and I'm just going to use the bolt solution because that seems to be the most consistent way of doing it. So you do that, and then now we just gotta kill like 2 fireballs. I think I killed the wrong one. I gotta see it again in order to make that call. I think I might have killed the wrong one. Oh yeah, I definitely killed the wrong one. Okay. I'll add the death after. I'll add all the death counts to this afterwards. I killed the wrong one again. Okay, let's add first 56 and then 57. Okay. These aren't really reasonable deaths to add to the count, but they are considered so I will honor it. But this is probably going to push me over 70. I will be honest with you. Alright, let's see what fireballs I do need to kill. Okay, I gotta kill the first one, and I gotta kill the last one.
Bummer.
Almost had it. See, that's the timing I'm talking about. I could not step up because it's a spring slide situation, and it's really hard to spring slide in a program like this on a modern computer. But I almost had it. I wish I could just kill that first fireball right off the bat. Okay.
Bummer.
Again, see, that's what I'm talking about, man. It's hard to time in this, and I know it's my own fault because I chose MSCC to do this project in, just for authenticity purposes. I think that's the right word.
Bummer.
So I know what I signed up for, but this is going to add a lot of unnecessary deaths to the count. But I did do it. I did it off camera. I didn't solve it because I wanted to do it on camera.
Bummer.
Dude, what the? I hate that. Why can't they make that a 3-tile wide or 3-tile long ice slide? Why did it have to be 2? Okay.
Bummer.
Oh my. This is frustrating.
Bummer.
Man, dude, this is ridiculous. The fact I can't get that guy right away is insane. I can get him on this go around. I missed it. I'm gonna try to get this.
Bummer.
I think what causes that is because I think by the time I get to that last fireball, the other ones are on force floors or something, and that influences slide delay for the block, which just absolutely sucks. But there's nothing I can do. I mean, the only other solution I can really do is spam clone and break the mechanism.
Bummer.
Okay, there was no slide delay for that, so I don't know what was going on. But we're going to keep doing it this way until I do get it. And I'm only recording just to document the deaths, so you guys don't see me cheat or something.
Bummer.
I was actually really disappointed when I actually got the timing off camera, because it's like, right now I gotta record myself failing 20 times. I'm not gonna count that.
Bummer.
I will count that though. Oh boy.
Bummer.
Yeah, I knew this was gonna be a problem. I absolutely knew this was going to be the biggest problem. Was this stupid ice slide. Oh my god, did I get it? I want to make sure I got it. I did. I got it. Oh my god. I actually got the timing. Match the inner to the outer. A perfect match. Good meme. Okay, so we just gotta close that toggle door. And it should stay closed. God awful level, man. Even in Tile World, this level is just not that good. And there was no reason to make that ice slide 2 tiles long. You definitely could have made it 3 tiles long and just shortened the path to the exit by 1 row or column or whatever. There was no reason for that. And I think just for the fun of it, since I did get it, I will add that restart. So we have 69 deaths. Nice. Alright, totally fair. Okay, I would like to get this guy.
Bummer.
You had to ruin the 69, right? You had to ruin it, buddy. I was trying to do like a side swipe, and the guy outsmarted me. Because I need to get him right there. By the way, for all intents and purposes, I am absolutely going to use a map. Where did that guy come from? What the? Oh man, dude, this. We're just racking it up. We went from we just basically doubled our death count. We went from 39 to 70 freaking 1, man. Like, where on earth did that guy come from? There we go. As I was saying, I'm absolutely going to use a map for totally unfair. I am not even going to try to do that with that one, because that level is ridiculous. So just be aware of that when I do get to it. Alright, the prisoner. Oh good, we have to do this again. But only one time. We just gotta do it once. That should have been it. That should have been it. That should have been it. Why is it not timing it? Do I have to push it right when it's on that tile? Yes, guess so. Alright, let's get all these teeth up here. Or let's actually lure them this way. You guys are being a little problematic.
Bummer.
Of course there had to be a death in the prisoner. Of course there had to be. Well, at least we know the timing for this. Nope, I gotta wait for... I actually have to wait for another block to clone first. There's probably some universe I could have timed it as it cloned, but I'm not going to do that. Well, I predicted 70 deaths for the series, and that is definitely not going to be the case now. Now I'm going to predict 100. I think 100 is a safe bet to get to. Okay, those guys are in the little notch right there. I don't remember there being this many teeth on the outside of the prisoner. Has that always been the case? Cool, I got that guy to stop. Alright, I'm making a run for it. Nope.
Bummer.
Nope. Dude. What is going on? What is going on? We had a nice, pleasant streak of not dying on a lot of these levels, and now I'm just dying in about every way possible. It's crazy. And again, these two tile ice slides, man, are so obnoxious in this game. I really don't remember there being this many teeth in the prisoner. And maybe I let some more out by mistake. I'm not sure. That had to have been what happened. Like that attempt was so easy. What happened the first 2 times, man? What, like, genuinely, what happened? Did I let more teeth out? Like, that was nothing. I must have let more teeth out. That's the only explanation. No matter, we got past that. Now we are on one of the best levels in CC1. Definitely a top 5 fire trap. I'm just going to save all of these chips until I get the fire boots. Well, this one I'll collect. And I do have to press the toggle button. I kind of wish this was level 125, honestly. That way I could have been done after this level, but we do have to play Mix Nuts right after this. And then we'll be done. Okay. Cool, they are going to be flipping pretty good. Oh, I gotta get another key. Yeah, I'm really not sure. It's like once I hit slide step, everything just fell apart. I think the 2 ice slide deaths to the ball and slide step was definitely giving a sample of things to come in Perfect Match and Alphabet Soup. I could have got that key earlier. I just didn't. But you know what? I'm glad. All things considered, like, the death count is just for fun. I hope it if anything, I hope it actually encourages other people to maybe do something like this. Like, not necessarily Let's Playing CC1 on their own, but like playing CC1 and like documenting like how many times they died from start to finish. Alright, let's collect some chips. I think getting the fire boots in Fire Trap has always been one of the most satisfying things in this level. Because you have to go through it like carefully navigating it and have to figure out like all the button maneuvering and stuff, or block maneuvering to get the buttons toggled. Then once you get the fire boots, it's just like, hey, it's a free for all now, for the most part. But yeah, see if you can beat CC1 in less deaths than me by the end of it. And we are far from done though. We still got the 130s decade, which is arguably going to be the worst decade to go through. Actually, no, that's not true. 130s is not as bad as the last decade of the game. But time for Mixed Nuts. All right, some pretty homogeneous block pushing segment. I'm just going to fast forward through this. I don't really have much else to talk about at this point in the video, so I'm just going to fast forward through this block pushing part. All right, thankfully you don't need every block. All right, this section. Oh, I had the timing and I almost messed it up. Okay. Blocks under chips, nice. You don't need these blocks for anything. They are stuck in a corner. Although, just for fun, let's just blow up the bomb. And push you in the corner. Alright. This level was used by JB for one of the first levels in Walls of CC1. Actually turned it into a pretty fun, easy level. Whoops. That's fine. Interesting that how they forgot a wall right here. It looks really weird. But that is the oddities of CC1, folks. Alright, I think the path is this one? Yes, it is. Alright, Mixed Nuts is completed. And thus, another 25 levels is done. And we are going to start off with a hot seller for next time. Now, we've had a good streak of 25 levels of video. Obviously, the next video is not going to be 25 because there just simply isn't 25 because we end at 149. So I think just because how long it is between here and special, with all the tough long levels coming up, Blob Dance, Pain, Mix Up, Ice Cube, Ice Death. I'm also using a map for Ice Death. I'm not even going to sugarcoat that or pretend like I'm not. Stripes, Force Field. We got a lot of toughies coming up. Mind Block. Well, Mind Block's not tough. It's just tedious. Thankfully, between here and Blob Dance shouldn't be a problem. Well, Ice Cube might be a little bit of a headache, but there's a possibility, and more than likely, it's going to be 2 more videos. I will just split it up because it's not even going to be 25. I might as well just split it just to make it a reasonable length because I genuinely have no idea how long this video is. I have 4 different recording clips between apartment and here. I had to stop and I had to pause recordings just because of things coming up here in the house. So, and trying to solve a perfect match to see if it was even doable. Thankfully, it was. I am really relieved it was doable. I was genuinely scared I had to skip it because it just wasn't solvable, or not. Well, not solvable, but the technological aspect behind the game playing on a modern computer made it hard to solve. But thankfully it was solvable, so I'm really glad. But regardless, I'm not going to prolong the video any further than this. I hope you all enjoyed, despite the tone and everything. It did get a little bit better after Perfect Match, but not really, because Prisoner kind of made me upset. But we will start off with Block and Roll next time. I don't know what level we will end on. I think we will probably end it at probably Ice Death, if I had to guess. It really depends if I want to go through anything further after Pain or not. Probably, because after Pain is Trust Me, which is super easy, like not even funny easy. Then Double Maze, which is going to take a while. And what else is there? Gold Key won't be that bad. Partial Post is easy. York House is easy. Yeah, I think we'll end it at after York House, and we'll just start the final decade as like the last video. So I think that's what we'll do. So thank you all for watching. I am really sorry for all the deaths that happened today. A good 10, 12 of them was just on Perfect Match by itself. And a lot of them were actually pretty okay. I mean, there were some ice timing deaths and stuff, but you know, we're past it. It doesn't matter. The death counts just for fun. If you want, play through CC1, see how many times you die before you can beat the game. But I think we can do under 100 still, despite that. I am pretty patient, so Blob Dance really won't be as big of a problem as some are making it out to be. But yeah, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. And see you next time.